Uh, it's good to see you all here, and it's just on time, so I think we'll get going. For those who don't know me, I'm Barry Bland. I'm a doctor. I've specialized in anesthetics and have been involved in this amazing business for 40 years. It's quite incredible, the benefits we've had and all that sort of thing. If you are here for the first time and just having a look to see what this might be for you, and you are skeptical, I understand fully. I was very skeptical when this was first presented to me. My wife saw the business and decided that she wanted to do something with it. And Rory McDermid, who you will see later, came along to explain the business to me. Didn't understand it. I didn't, I'd never been involved in sales as I thought it was. I didn't want to be involved in sales. And here I was, a doctor, and this guy was talking about a business, which I didn't know anything about, and about products, nutritional products that I knew nothing about. So it was certainly something that I wasn't really interested in, but I thought if my wife wanted to do it, that's fine. We had recently come to the country, and we have 3 daughters, and the youngest was 4 and the oldest was 10. And it was a brand new start. And even though I was a doctor and had a consultant post in a hospital, it was difficult. We were starting brand new. We had no backup in any way whatsoever. And Rory and Ola showed us this business, and it started to grow. My wife grew it. Initially, as I said, I was skeptical about the business side, and I really didn't believe in the nutrition. A few things happened. First of all, Pat, my wife, started to build a business that was starting to earn money, which was very useful the way we were at that time. And I got sick. I got hepatitis. I was very unwell. And Pat insisted that I take a whole range of things from this company I knew nothing about. They made a difference. And that's what changed my mind about the fact that nutrition can make a difference. At medical school, we were taught nothing about nutritional supplementation. And this was brand new for me. So I think it was fortuitous, very beneficial that we managed to get involved in a company that is and was so forward-thinking, research and development. It made a difference for me. I could feel what the difference the nutrition had made for me while I was ill. I didn't know why it happened. And the company has a scientific advisory board, which over the years has been phenomenal. Their research and development has been cutting edge at every turn. And some of the things I'm going to be talking about this evening were world firsts. So, you know, it's been amazing to see it all happen. Now, yeah, for those people who, as I say, are maybe skeptical about it, I understand that fully. But I'm going to share a screen with you and just talk about a few of the things. I think the big thing for me was the backup, the scientific backup to everything that is done. And Rory will be talking more on the business side, and Pat and I have benefited from that business financially and in other areas as far as the product is concerned. And I'll talk a little bit about that as well. But just to give a little bit of a rundown, and such a difference that nutritional supplementation can make for all of this, for all of us. Doesn't matter at what age, whether it's your kids or all the way through to old age. I have 3 daughters, as I said, and 8 grandkids and 1 great-grandchild, 1.5 actually. Another one should be arriving, God willing, in January. But they are all well. And to a large extent, I truly believe that that is as a result of good supplementation. I'm just going to share a screen with you now. And just looking at what nutrition can do for you. You know, I've always said, I want to be well when I die. Now, I don't know if it'll be 100 years, if it'll be 80. But this is where we are right as youngsters. We're in an energetic stage, all the rest of it. I still consider myself to be a youngster. I feel that energy. But to a large extent, I do believe that that is because of supplementation. Then what happens is we go through this tired phase, and ultimately we end up in that sick area. What I would like to be is to carry on in that energetic phase. And I want to be well when I die. And if that is possible, and I do believe it is, part of it, it's not all of it, but part of it, a major part of that is making sure that you are well. Now, these sorts of things you've probably seen before. This is the food pyramid with exercise added. And unfortunately, this is probably where we are mostly at the moment. Too much of the fats and sugars and not enough exercise, whereas what we should be doing is a lot of exercise, as well as things like the whole grains, which have just been removed from our diets. And that helps to get a healthy cell. Now, that improves your daily good health. So you want that healthy cell to be functioning, and that is where the whole grains come in. And of course, this was one of the very first areas where Neolife made a difference. And they researched the TNN oils, that whole spectrum of oils that are actually removed from our diets and in our processed foods. And that was the very first thing that started to make a difference. And I'm absolutely sure that by improving our cells, the health of our cells on a consistent basis makes that difference. Now, I've been around the facility in the States where the raw materials come in, they are quarantined, and only then, once they have been tested adequately, are they presented for extraction and ending up in either a capsule or a tablet for our consumption. But the whole process is designed to make sure that what we are getting is based in nature, but backed by science. And this was where the research done into the whole grains made that unique product that is still available to us now and is unique, those tree-and-end oils. So that was the start. And that the company's been going 60 odd years now and functioning in that way by producing a high quality, well-researched, natural food product. So you can feel comfortable and confident in using it. Here was another world first, was the carotenoids. And they are the pigments that you find in your fruits and vegetables. Now, I have a story on this. I had an eye test about 2 weeks ago. And the ophthalmologist was a guy I'd been at university with, and very, very precise. And he had a new machine that did a CAT scan of the retina, which is the back of the eye, where the macula is. Now, I can read because my macula is working. He turned around and he said, I've got a scan of your retina that is like a 20-year-old's. Now, I am absolutely convinced that the lutein and the zeaxanthin that are in the carotenoids over a long period of time is what has protected my retina and is making it's a youngster. And all of the anti-aging aspects of it, there is a identifiable and quantifiable area of benefit. But I'm sure that carotenoid has a similar effect on my brain, similar effect on my lungs, similar effect on my kidneys, similar effect on muscles. All of those things are part of what provides good health as we age. And so it's one of the amazing things that we do have. And here, the proteins are vital for our normal good health. All of our hormones, antibodies, muscle, bone, everything is protein or part protein. And here is a range of proteins that have all 22 amino acids. And that's an important aspect, because if you are short on any one of those 22, that is where you then are unable to produce certain of the specialized proteins. So it's important to be able to get that in on a daily basis. And the Near Life Shake, and particularly the sports protein, are really beneficial in helping to prevent that deficiency in that part of the diet. And then, of course, the oils, the salmon oil, anti-inflammatory in all sorts of ways, but so much more than that, so much more, because it affects the brain, it affects the muscles, it affects the joints, it helps in all of those areas and improves circulation. So if you look at the things that are necessary and important, here is a solution. The Pro Vitality provides all of your vitamins and minerals, the tree and N oils, the omega-3 oils, the carotenoid whole anti-inflammatory system, and then add that with the Neolife Shake, you truly have a combined system that enables you to have the best life, as well as it is possible for you to be. Yes, you must exercise. Yes, you must not smoke. Yes, you must be organized as far as your diet is concerned. Eat the right sorts of things. It's no use taking all of the nutrition and eating rubbish. So everything in combination. But here is a system whereby it can help to prevent deficiencies. And when you if you provide the body with everything that it needs, it works. So all of these are the benefits that you are going to get with having a good range of supplements. Now, Neolife has a researched, high quality, very beneficial range of nutrients. World first. I mean, really world first. And I can is just the tip of the iceberg of the top end of what's happening as far as nutrition is concerned, and the benefits of it. Massive, massive benefits. Now, here is a company that has this wide range of nutritional supplementation, as well as other things. A full range of biodegradable cleaning products, a very good health skincare range, all sorts of things that are there. Too many to mention right now. All I'm saying is, over a 40-year period, my skepticism has gone. I am very confident about using these products in my home, in myself, in my family, because they make a difference. The business has made a massive difference. And I thank Rory and Nola all the time because of them presenting this business to us, that it helped us to have everything that we have had. As I say, lots of family, and the benefits there have been immense. So I'm going to hand over to Rory now, and he will explain the business aspect of it. Let me say, I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it, and I didn't understand it initially. But it makes a difference, just like the nutrition has made a difference. Massive. The business has made a difference for us as well. And if you are looking at to make a difference for yourself, here is an opportunity that can do just that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rory.
Barry, thank you so much indeed. Thank you. Thanks, Barry. If you could just stop your share, that would be great. Anyway, thank you, Barry. Tremendous indeed. I'd like to just welcome you all and just thank Dr. Barry Bland for his input here this evening. And it's always so good working with someone, and as Barry mentioned, over a period of 40 years, to see what has taken place. I'm just going to try and there we go. Okay. So great things have happened over the 40-year period. And Barry, you have endorsed the products as a professional. That's always good. And, no question about it, it has been a great blessing to you and your family in terms of income, in terms of stability, in terms of health. What more could you wish for? So thank you so much indeed, Dr. B. That's fantastic. Barry, okay, we just got to move straight on. tonight we're talking about you and your financial future. That's important to you, obviously. And, there we go. Thank you. So today we're talking about how you can take, we're living in times which are uncertain. There's so much uncertainty in terms of the economy of the world. There's so much uncertainty as far as the health of the world goes. And I believe that the Neolife company provides a very good solution for that. And Neolife, the company Barry touched on, it has been going for a period of 67 years. It is a family-owned business. It's based in the States. It operates in 50 countries around the world. The interesting part about Neolife, it's a debt-free company. So we do not have huge creditors. So it's a very stable platform. And what we're talking about tonight is we're looking for people who are looking for opportunity. Now, I don't know whether you fit into that category or not, but today there's so much uncertainty in job stability. There's so much uncertainty in whether you'll have a financial future there. So what I'm suggesting is just take on a plan B, something that you can do on a part-time basis initially. If you can put aside 5 to 10 hours per week into this business and start building it up. That's what happened to us. We had a business of our own at that time. Nola and I had been working we had good jobs. We were working for corporate companies. And we realized that as long as we worked for a boss, we would never have enough. So we started our own company. That was an interesting period of our lives. We had a successful company. And along the way, we were introduced to Neolife by a man called Horace Painter. And looking back with a bit of hindsight, that simple little invitation, he said to me, Rory, you are an ambitious young man. Do you want to make some extra money? And I said, show me how, Horace. And so we started Neolife, and after a period of time, in fact, our accountant came to us and said, listen, this little part-time business that you're running is doubling your full-time income from your company. So we got rid of the company, and we've been full-time in this business for many, many years today. So we know it works. And the question is, we're looking tonight for people who are looking for opportunity, who want that stability and want to create success in their lives. And you could be one of those people. So Barry also touched on the fact that Neolife has, in fact, we have over close to 100 products in our range. They are need, necessity, consumable products. You see, you can't have any business. If your product is inferior, you can't run a business. So we've got the finest quality products of their kind in the world. And we have the ranges of healthcare, home care, that's biodegradable home care. In other words, products that will not poison our waters or our kids or anything like that. They're biodegradable and they're safe. We have a wonderful organic skincare range. We also have personal care ranges. Now, all of these products are used in every single household. And the function here is to just convert households to the Neolife range. And this is where we need your help. So I'm going to go into sharing my screen for a moment, and I'm going to talk about what I call the business opportunity, the Neolife business opportunity. And so here it is. The whole crux of this matter is you as a home user use our type of products. And what we're suggesting is that you link to Neolife and change your buying habits. So you start to consume these products. And there are 3 simple little habits that we're going to ask you to adopt. And they are very simple. We call them the 3 daily success habits. The first thing we'd like you to do is to use the product yourself. This is fundamental to your success. To use the product yourself is the only way you're going to find the belief that you need to make it work. You cannot recommend something that you do not know and understand and believe in. So we would like you to use the product yourself, convert your buying habits from the various supermarkets and pharmacies that you secure your product from at the moment, and start using the Neolife range as exclusively as possible. Now, this is a fundamental step, but it's absolutely 100% necessary if your business is going to work. So once you've used the products, you'll start having a personal story. We call it a personal testimony. Let's give you an example. Let's, for instance, say you have cholesterol or high blood pressure, and you went onto the omega-3 salmon oil range, and you started feeling better and having a better result on that side. That would be a testimony. And you can speak about that testimony to people who have similar problems. So you develop these stories about your success in the product. Because the second phase is to share the product and share the opportunity. And that only comes from personal recommendation. We do not sell the product in supermarkets and pharmacies. It is sold through a network marketing system where you link other people and you supply customers. And the big opportunity is in sharing the business opportunity and building a network, as Barry and many of us have done, because that gives the financial stability, which I'll explain now. The third daily success habit is what we call personal development. It's so vital that you start growing as an individual, growing in leadership, growing in understanding, growing in the products, because what we want you to do is realize that we are all a brand. We all have a brand, and this brand is either a positive brand or it's a negative brand. So we want you to work on your brand because people buy you long before they buy your product or they buy your business. So get working on yourself. Your self-development is a very, very important part of the business. Okay, so now I'm going to give you an example of how it works. And I'm going to use one product here. Barry spoke about Pro Vitality. That product is an amazing product, and we would like you to start using it yourself because it's the most comprehensive food supplement you'll get anywhere in the world. So we'd like you to become a user, and we'd like you to link yourself to Neolife, the company. So that's the starting point. The next thing is this. If you start to share the products yourself, very soon you'll find that you do what we call you're going to get some retail profits, you're going to get some bonuses. We would like you to go and find 6 other users. So you use it yourself, your wife might use it, and you get 4 other customers, or maybe you use it and you get 5 other customers. So you've got a total of 6 customers. Now that will give you a volume of 250 points per month. Now, you might not understand points, but every product has a point value. So if you're doing 6 Pro Vitalities, you're doing 250 points. That gives you a retail profit. That's your first source of income. And it also gives you some bonus. And you'd be earning approximately 1,000 Rand per month at that stage. So you're getting your product for free. So that's how it starts. Now you continue to do the same thing. Use the products, share the opportunity. And along the way, we encourage you to start duplicating yourself. This is the key. And this is the difference between our business and what you're possibly doing. Here you work hard. In your normal business, you work hard. Here we're going to teach you how to work smart. And how are we going to do that? We're going to teach you to duplicate yourself through other people. So you've got 24 hours in the day, but if you've got 3 other people on your team, you've got the value of their time as well. So you get 3 friends. You get a friend, a relative, and maybe a neighbor. And what do? They link to the company. So you don't have to run around getting them their products. They're dealing directly with the company themselves. They're enjoying the product and they're earning that 1,000 odd Rand profit themselves. But now they've done 250 points just like you've done. That gives you now in your little team a total of 1,000 points. Now, 1,000 points would start giving you some decent income. Okay, we'll take it a step further. If those 3 people, and obviously we encourage you to find 3 people every month. That is the goal, to do your 250 points and find 3 people every month. Because what's going to happen? Let's have a look at the next step. Let's say your 3 friends that you introduced do the same thing. They go out and build 3 people for themselves, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 plus your 1,000 gives you a total of 4,000 points. That is what we call a director. Now, as a director, in fact, I don't know if you can see it, but my face might be covering it. You've got income potential of about 15,000 Rands worth of bonus per month. Now, let's stop there just for a moment. If you could get to a 4,000 point volume and earn a 15 to 20,000 Rand income per month, would that be of benefit to you? Of course. I know many people who get up before it's light work all day for a boss, taxi all the way home, or whatever they do to get home late at night, and they do not earn 15,000 Rand per month for their trouble. So that's the power, and we're going to encourage you to get to that, what we call director slot or director position ASAP. It can be done inside 6 months. So from starting now, you could within 6 months be earning that 15,000 Rand per month. The director model is the beginning of leadership. I'm going to take you a step further to give you a bigger picture. What if, and I'm just painting a picture here for you, what if in the next, let's say 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, I don't know how long it's going to take you. What if you developed 3 directors in your team and you were a director yourself? You then move on to your world team member position. A world team member will earn anything from 30 to 50,000 Rand per month. Now, there's a lot of people in corporate positions who are not earning 50,000 Rand a month. So that is a good starting point. At this stage, often people give up their full-time business and they do this full-time, which is what we encourage. But there's so much more too. Once you've done that, we call a world team step, you plus 3 other directors, a whole new world opens. For instance, there's a travel incentive. I actually got this morning, just the flights we are off on I think it's the 12th to the 16th of May, 2026. We are all going to a beautiful hotel in the city of Cairo, Egypt. Now, what a treat that is. Every year, as a director with a team, a world team member, you will have the opportunity to fly with the company 5-star at their expense to wonderful destinations around the world. And if you want to break away afterwards and go and do a little bit of holidaying somewhere else, that's entirely up to you. But a whole complete new ball game starts at that. Now, there's some people who are sitting here and saying, oh, 50,000. I want to just give you the big picture here tonight. What if over the next, let's say, 3, 4, 5 years, whatever it's going to take, you as a director developed 6 other directors. You then move into what we call the president's team slot. Here, 6-figure incomes are potential. I know with that configuration, 110,000 Rand and more per month is more than possible. And that can grow from there as well. So you have the international travel, but you start having some wonderful lifestyle. And so, that basically is the big picture. And I'm just going to stop sharing for a moment because I just get back to that. Okay, there we are. What I've just given you is a very brief overview of the potential of Neolife. Because when Barry saw the business so many years ago, he didn't understand that, nor did I. But what we're saying is, yes, that is the way it is. That happens. And if we can do it, so can you. So Neolife is an opportunity which the beautiful thing is you can slot it into your lifestyle now part-time without any risk. By the way, the investment to get into Neolife is nothing. You can start your business for under 1,000 Rand. With that, you get your websites, you get your kit, you get some product, you get some tutoring. It's a complete business package that you can become part of. So, you can't even buy a decent pair of shoes for 1,000 Rand today. So this is an opportunity of lifetime. I'm going to strongly recommend that you have the courage to try. I come across so many people, they say, oh, yes, they want to make money, but there's a difference between wishing and having the will to do it. 80% of people would love to do it, they wish to do it, but only 20% of people have the courage and the will to do it. And I hope you're one of those people tonight. So the first thing I'm going to ask you tonight is, have you got the desire to succeed in life? Either yes or no. Okay. If you've got that desire, how are you going to do it? You're going to find a way. You're going to have to find an opportunity that's going to get you there. I believe that the Neolife way is the finest way you'll find. There's so much out there that can involve huge capital investments and huge risks and no guarantees of success anyway. So I'm saying just on a quiet little part-time basis, don't worry about what your friends and relatives say. Start your Neolife business. The thing I had to get over was get my ego out of the way to allow myself to do it. And I recommend you do the same thing. So you start on a really part-time basis, put in the time, put in the effort, and start to build what I've shown you. Now, it looks easy. Nothing of value in life is easy. So don't expect easy, because you'll be challenged along the way. You'll have challenges. That's life, unfortunately. We can't take away the challenges, but you grow through the challenge. So I'm going to suggest that you have the courage to try and get back to the person who put you on this call tonight and just say, yes, I'm going to give it a go. Find the investment. I hope you've got the investment available, because you can go right onto the website tonight and join. Boom. Get your ID number and your kit will be on its way to you within 2 working days. It's a highly sophisticated business. It works. We've got nothing to hide about it. It is a great, great business system, and I strongly encourage you to have the courage to try. So thank you for your time tonight.